If you want to find out the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Imagine a world where everything, from the chair you sit on to the thoughts in your head, vibrates at a unique frequency.
Also has a frequency and a vibration, has a resonance, just like your voice.
This wasn't science fiction for Nikola Tesla, a visionary inventor who believed the key to understanding the universe lay in energy and vibration. His ideas, though sometimes dismissed in his time, continue to resonate today. Could Tesla's perspective hold the key to unlocking the hidden potential of our world and even ourselves? What if we looked beyond the physical and explored the unseen forces that shape our reality? Resonating with reality. The world around you is not just solid objects, but a symphony of energy. This isn't just some far-out concept. It's the very foundation of reality, according to Nikola Tesla. Over a century ago, Tesla recognized the profound connection between energy, frequency, and vibration. He famously declared, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Think about it. Light waves, sound waves, even the very atoms that make up our world, they all thrum with a specific frequency. Tesla believed that by understanding these energetic forces, we could unlock incredible potential. He envisioned a world where we could tap into this symphony of vibrations, not just to understand the universe, but to shape it to our will. According to Tesla, everything is energy, constantly in motion, and vibrating at its own unique frequency. He believed that by aligning ourselves with the right frequencies, we could attract the things we desire into our lives. Just like tuning a radio dial to find your favorite station, Tesla proposed that we could adjust our own inner vibration to resonate with the frequency of our goals. This isn't just about wishful thinking. Think of how certain music can evoke emotions, or how calming environments can lower your stress levels. These are subtle examples of how frequencies can influence our state of being. Tesla believed we could harness this power on a much deeper level, creating a world where we actively participate in the energetic symphony of the universe. Tuning into nature's melody. Imagine zooming in on a single blade of grass. What appears solid to our eye is actually a swirling dance of tiny particles called atoms. These atoms are constantly in motion, vibrating at incredibly high speeds. This vibration isn't just happening in the grass. It's the very essence of everything around us, from the towering redwoods to the playful butterflies flitting amongst the flowers. As a result, each living being radiates its own unique energy signature, a kind of vibrational fingerprint. This signature is determined by the specific speed or frequency at which its atoms vibrate. Think of it like a musical note. The faster the vibration, the higher the pitch. Now here's the fascinating part. Even though we might not be able to hear it with our ears, all this motion creates sound. Every organism, every living thing, has its own unique song, determined by the frequency of its vibrations. Just like a plucked guitar string vibrates at a specific rate to produce a certain note, the internal movements within living things create sound waves, even if they are too high or too low for our human ears to detect. The beauty lies in the interconnectedness of it all. These vibrations, this inaudible symphony of life, is a primary way organisms communicate with each other. Plants might use vibrations to signal danger to neighboring plants, while animals might emit specific vibrations to attract mates or warn of predators. It's a silent language, a subtle dance of energy that plays a vital role in the delicate balance of life on Earth. And while these vibrations are initially invisible and inaudible, under certain conditions, they can transform. Imagine a seed germinating. The invisible vibrations within the seed might intensify, eventually becoming visible as the sprout pushes through the soil. Or think about the bioluminescent glow of fireflies. Their internal chemical reactions create vibrations that, in turn, manifest as a dazzling display of light. This concept of everything vibrating and emitting its own unique energy signature is a foundational principle in many scientific fields, from biophysics to quantum mechanics. It allows us to see the world as a truly interconnected system, where everything is constantly in communication, even if it's happening on a level beyond our immediate perception. Sound, the sculptor of reality? The concept of sound-shaping creation is a fascinating one, with roots in both ancient lore and modern science. Many cultures have creation stories that emphasize the power of sound, often using it metaphorically to represent the initiating force of existence. For instance, the Aboriginal Australians tell of a time before time when supernatural beings emerged from beneath the Earth's surface, metaphorically depicted as breaking through a metal plate. These beings then sang the Earth into existence using 3 sacred songs. Here, sound is seen as the catalyst for creation, shaping the very fabric of reality. Science offers some intriguing possibilities to support these ideas. The field of cymatics, pioneered by Hans Jenny, explores the visual effects of sound on various materials. In his experiments, Jenny sprinkled powders or liquids onto metal plates and then exposed them to sound waves of different frequencies. The resulting patterns were stunning. The connection between sound and light is another intriguing aspect of this theory. Some religious texts, like the Bible with its "Let there be light," use the spoken word as a metaphor for the creation of light. While the exact mechanism isn't fully understood, we can explore some scientific principles. Sound waves are a form of pressure variation traveling through a medium. Light waves, on the other hand, are electromagnetic waves that can travel through a vacuum. However, sound waves can interact with materials to create vibrations that, under certain conditions, might influence the emission of light. For example, a speaker connected to an LED light can demonstrate a basic version of this phenomenon, where sound waves cause the LED to flicker or change color. While the full extent of sound's creative power remains an open question, the ideas of resonance and sound shaping form are being explored in various fields, from medicine to emerging technologies like acoustic levitation. While more research is needed, the connection between sound and the very fabric of reality continues to be a captivating area of exploration. Music as medicine, a symphony of healing. The ability of music to influence our state of mind isn't just a recent discovery. For centuries, various cultures have explored the power of sound as a form of healing, known as sound healing. This ancient practice goes beyond simply enjoying pleasant music. It explores the science of how specific frequencies can resonate with our bodies and minds, promoting well-being. Modern research sheds light on how sound healing works. When we listen to music, the sound waves travel through our ears and stimulate the auditory cortex, the part of the brain responsible for processing sound. Interestingly, these same sound waves can also influence brainwave patterns. Specific frequencies have been shown to induce relaxation, focus, or even creativity. Furthermore, the emotional response triggered by music can have a profound impact on our well-being. Uplifting music can trigger the release of endorphins, our body's natural feel-good chemicals. Conversely, calming music can lower stress hormones like cortisol, promoting relaxation and better sleep. Interestingly, this connection between music and healing has been recognized throughout history. The ancient Greeks, for instance, held music in high esteem, with Apollo being the god of both music and medicine. Aesculapius, the god of healing, was even believed to cure mental disorders with songs and hymns. This suggests an awareness of the link between sound and mental well-being. Great thinkers like Plato and Aristotle recognized the power of music to influence the soul and emotions. Their writings explored the idea that music could have a moral and therapeutic impact on individuals. The use of tuning forks in sound healing is another example of this ancient wisdom. By striking a tuning fork and placing it on specific points of the body, practitioners believe it can restore balance and promote a sense of centeredness. While the exact mechanism isn't fully understood, the vibrations from the tuning fork may interact with the body's tissues and energy fields, promoting relaxation and well-being. The exploration of sound healing continues today, with scientific research providing new insights into its effectiveness. From the ancient wisdom of past civilizations to the cutting edge of modern science, the idea of music as medicine continues to resonate with the human desire to heal and find balance, harnessing the potential of solfeggio frequencies. Our modern music, based on the 12-tone chromatic scale, might sound sophisticated, but some believe it may be missing something special. There is a growing interest in the solfeggio frequencies, which some believe holds the key to unlocking spiritual and physical well-being. Developed by a Benedictine monk named Guido d'Arezzo around the 10th century AD, the solfeggio scale consisted of 6 tones, traditionally associated with sacred music like the Gregorian chants. These chants, sung in harmony, were believed to impart spiritual blessings on those who participated. Each solfeggio tone has a specific frequency, and proponents of this theory believe these frequencies can help balance our energy and promote harmony between body, mind, and spirit. The original solfeggio scale used the syllables ut, re, mi, fa, sol, and la, with ut later being replaced by do to create the familiar do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti scale we know today. Interestingly, the syllables themselves originated from a hymn to St. John the Baptist, suggesting a deep connection between the musical scale and spiritual practice. Here's where things get intriguing. Each solfeggio frequency is associated with a specific potential benefit. The 396 Hz frequency, for instance, is said to help us release negative emotions like grief, guilt, and fear, promoting a sense of joy and liberation. The 417 Hz tone is believed to facilitate change and help us undo negative situations that hold us back. Perhaps the most famous solfeggio frequency is the 528 Hz, which is associated with transformation and miracles. Some believe it can even repair DNA damage, although scientific evidence for this claim is limited. Interestingly, this frequency is said to be present in over 150 Gregorian chants. As we move up the scale, the 639 Hz frequency is linked to strengthening relationships and fostering a sense of connection with our spiritual family, perhaps promoting feelings of love and belonging. Sul, at 741 Hz, is believed to aid in problem-solving and self-expression. It's also associated with cleansing and finding solutions to challenges. The final solfeggio frequency, 852 Hz, is said to help us return to a state of spiritual order and alignment. Crystals, stones, and sound. When it comes to magnetism, what comes to mind first? Probably fridge magnets clinging stubbornly to the door, or maybe the childhood wonder of seeing metal objects inexplicably drawn together. But magnetism is a far more fascinating and mysterious force than those everyday experiences might suggest. While we traditionally think of magnetism as limited to specific materials like iron, substances like water, graphite, and even aluminum exhibit magnetic quirks. Aluminum, for example, displays a type of magnetism called paramagnetism, where it is weakly attracted to a strong magnetic field. These characteristics can challenge our conventional beliefs, especially when it comes to the fundamental building blocks of matter. Historically, figures like Nikola Tesla and Einstein questioned the nature of electrons, the tiny particles within atoms. Their ideas challenged the established scientific narrative, highlighting the potential for alternative perspectives in understanding the universe. Ancient stone circles like Stonehenge and Adam's calendar offer another layer of intrigue. Some propose that these structures might represent cymatic patterns, geometric shapes, formed by sound vibrations on a surface. The theory suggests that these circles were built in specific locations based on the Earth's natural sound frequencies. Stonehenge, in particular, with its symmetrical layout and potential resonant properties, could be seen as more than just a monument. It might have functioned as a kind of energy device, harnessing the Earth's subtle sounds and perhaps even responding to celestial movements like the sun's position. The idea that stones hold a unique ability to store information and resonate with sound waves is another fascinating concept. Many ancient civilizations used stones extensively in rituals, healing practices, and even communication. The belief centers on the vibrational qualities of these stones, allowing them to retain and transmit energy, making them valuable tools in various practices. Similarly, crystals have long been revered for their supposed energetic properties. They're believed to amplify and focus energetic forces, acting as powerful conduits for sound and vibration. Across history, crystals have been incorporated into various spiritual and healing practices with the belief that their specific vibrational frequencies can influence the human energy field. The ideas presented challenge conventional thinking and push us to consider the world around us in a new light. From the subtle magnetism in everyday materials to the potential of stones and crystals as conduits for energy, there's a whole realm of possibilities waiting to be explored. While some aspects might remain theoretical, the historical use and cultural significance of these practices point to a deeper connection between humanity and the energetic forces of the world. Understanding vibrational frequency. The law of vibration is a fundamental concept behind the idea of manifestation. It proposes that everything in the universe vibrates at its own unique frequency. This includes not just physical objects like your phone or your house, but also thoughts, emotions, and even seemingly abstract things like job opportunities or friendships. Think of the universe as a giant orchestra, where every object, thought, emotion, and even experience has its own unique sound, its vibrational frequency. This frequency is measured in hertz, just like musical notes. The faster something vibrates, the higher its frequency, and vice versa. But what exactly is this vibrational frequency? It all boils down to the tiny building blocks of everything: atoms. Think of your body, for example. It's made up of trillions of these atoms, each containing even smaller particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons. These particles aren't just sitting still, they're constantly in motion, whizzing around each other like planets orbiting a sun. The law of vibration suggests that the rate at which these atoms vibrate determines the object's overall frequency. So, a higher frequency translates to faster moving atoms, and a lower frequency means the atoms are moving more slowly. Here's an interesting fact. Our bodies, like everything else in the universe, are mostly empty space. Estimates suggest that 99.9% of our physical form is actually empty space. So if you could squeeze all the space out of every person on Earth and pack their atoms together, the entire human race would fit in the volume of a sugar cube. That means the vast majority of what makes us up isn't solid matter, but rather this vibrating energetic field. This concept of being mostly space becomes crucial when understanding the law of vibration. The theory suggests that since we operate on an energetic level as well as a physical one, focusing on shifting our own energy can be a much more efficient way to create change than solely focusing on manipulating the physical world around us. Now it's time for today's subscriber's pick. A viewer, channeling their inner Nikola Tesla, asked us to explore the world through the lens of vibration and frequency. They even sent a cryptic message that simply said, "Nikola Tesla, God lives here." Intriguing, right? Well, Tesla himself was known for his fascination with the unseen forces that power the universe. The image we are looking at today offers a fascinating lens to explore this concept. It's a depiction of the Eye of Horus, an ancient Egyptian symbol that often appears in hieroglyphs and art. While the Eye of Horus traditionally represents protection, guidance, and good health, it can also be seen as a metaphor for how we perceive the world. Everything in our universe is thought to vibrate at a specific frequency, emitting its own unique energy. Our ability to see or perceive something might be related to how well we are tuned into that frequency. So the Eye of Horus could represent our potential to see the world through the lens of energy and vibration. This is all just speculation, of course. What do you think this image represents? Does it resonate with you in terms of energy and vibration? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Inner compass. Now that we understand the concept of vibrational frequency, let's explore how we can change our own vibration to attract what we desire. But before we dive into techniques, there's a crucial element to consider: intuition. Have you ever experienced that feeling of lightness and energy after spending time with certain people? On the other hand, have you also ever felt drained or weighed down by others' company? This isn't just a coincidence. Your body is actually picking up on subtle energetic cues, tapping into your intuition to sense the emotional states of others. Think of it as an ancient survival mechanism. In our evolutionary past, the ability to intuitively gauge another person's intentions could mean the difference between safety and danger. However, in our fast-paced world, we might have become disconnected from this powerful inner compass. The good news is, we can reawaken and strengthen our intuition. Quantum physics, a field exploring the bizarre laws that govern the universe at the atomic level, is even delving into the concept of entanglement. Entanglement describes a phenomenon where two particles become linked, sharing information instantaneously regardless of distance. While the jury is still out on whether entanglement explains intuition, the idea that we can somehow pick up on subtle energetic signals from others is intriguing. So, how can you tap into your intuition? The key is to pay attention to those subtle nudges you might be ignoring. The prickling sensation you get when meeting someone, the knot in your stomach before a decision, or the inexplicable urge to take a different route. These could all be your body's way of communicating with you on an atomic level, aligning with the law of vibration before your conscious mind even catches on. Remember, we all have free will. You can choose to disregard these intuitive nudges, but by learning to trust your inner compass, by leaning into those subtle feelings, you might just find your life unfolding in a way that feels more aligned, more fulfilling, and vibrantly in sync with your desires. Living on autopilot. Imagine navigating a vast, intricate maze. The walls twist and turn, some paths leading to dead ends, others offering glimpses of the vibrant world beyond. This maze represents life, filled with opportunities and challenges. Our intuition, that quiet inner voice, is like a built-in GPS system, designed to guide us through the labyrinth. But what happens when we disconnect from this guidance? It's like putting on a blindfold and noise-canceling headphones. We're completely shut off from the subtle cues and whispers pointing us in the right direction. The universe, in this analogy, becomes a frantic figure banging on the walls of the maze, desperately trying to get our attention. Meanwhile, we stumble blindly through the maze, relying solely on touch. We feel our way along the cold, damp walls, hoping to bump into the right door by pure chance. It's a slow, frustrating process, filled with dead ends and wasted energy. Living life on autopilot, disconnected from our intuition, is similar to this futile exploration. We might eventually find the right door, but it takes far longer and comes at the cost of missed opportunities and wasted effort. Instead, wouldn't it be better to take off the blindfold and the headphones? Tuning into our intuition allows us to hear the universe's subtle whispers, the gentle nudges guiding us towards our desires. It doesn't guarantee a straight path, but it equips us with the awareness and insight to navigate the maze with greater confidence and purpose. Emotions and the law of vibration. The law of vibration suggests that our emotions play a crucial role in attracting what we desire. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about embodying the feeling of already having what you want. This powerful concept hinges on the idea that what you feel, you attract. But if we're constantly vibrating at the lower frequencies of negative emotions like fear, anger, or resentment, it's difficult to attract the higher frequencies associated with our desires. So, to truly harness the law of vibration, we need to understand the connection between emotions and our energetic state. Think of emotions as the body's internal orchestra. Every emotion we experience, whether joy, anger, or sadness, carries its own unique vibrational frequency. These emotions aren't just fleeting feelings. They have a physical impact, triggering changes in our blood chemistry, body temperature, heart rate, and even blood pressure. This mind-body connection is what makes emotions so significant in the law of vibration. When we experience a strong emotion, the resulting change in our physical state also affects our energetic field, the invisible field of energy surrounding our bodies. Positive emotions like joy and gratitude raise our overall energetic vibration, while negative emotions like fear or anger lower it. So if we want to use the law of vibration to manifest our desires, we need to find ways to get our mind and body in sync with positive emotions. This essentially means raising our vibrational frequency by emitting more energy at an atomic level. But how do we achieve that? The metaphor of the backpack is a powerful one. Imagine yourself on a journey towards your goals, climbing a mountain with an empty backpack. Every time you experience a negative thought, anxiety, doubt, scarcity, it's like adding a rock to your backpack. Over time, these negative thoughts and emotions can weigh you down, just like the rocks in your backpack. Manifesting what you want becomes an uphill battle when you're carrying the burden of unresolved emotions. To reach the peak of your mountain with ease and joy, the backpack needs to be emptied. This doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing your emotions. It's about acknowledging them, processing them in healthy ways, and letting go of negativity that no longer serves you. There are various techniques for emotional regulation, From mindfulness practices to journaling or creative expression, finding what works best for you is key. By learning to manage your emotional state, you create space for the positive emotions that will propel you forward on your journey of manifestation. The journey inward, embodiment, and inner work. So we have established that feeling the emotions of your desired reality is key to manifestation. But what if those positive emotions feel elusive, like a distant melody you can't quite grasp? This is where the concept of inner work comes in. You might have heard this phrase before, perhaps feeling a twinge of frustration. Inner work can seem like a nebulous concept, a catch-all for self-improvement that feels overwhelming. Here's another way to think about it. Inner work is a personal exploration, a way to unearth and address any hidden emotional baggage that might be holding you back. Think of it like clearing a path through an overgrown forest. Your destination, your desired reality, lies on the other side, but the path is currently blocked by tangled vines, which are negative thoughts, and fallen logs, which are unresolved emotions. Inner work is the process of cutting back the vines, clearing away the logs, and creating a clear path forward. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to inner work. Every person's journey is unique, shaped by their individual experiences and traumas. The good news is there are a variety of techniques you can explore, from nervous system regulation practices that help you manage stress to shadow work, which delves into your subconscious mind to uncover hidden aspects of yourself. You might also consider energy work, limiting belief transformation techniques, or methods for releasing ancestral trauma, or exploring past life experiences. The key is to experiment and find what resonates with you. Ultimately, inner work is about fostering self-awareness and emotional healing. By addressing and releasing negativity, you create space for the positive emotions and high vibrational frequencies that will attract your desires. Now let's talk about embodiment. The law of vibration emphasizes the importance of feeling the emotions of what you want before you actually have it. It's not about simply thinking about success or happiness. It's about fully immersing yourself in those emotions. Imagine you desire a fulfilling relationship. Embodiment translates to feeling loved, cherished, and supported. It's the butterflies in your stomach, the warmth in your chest, the sense of security and joy. By embodying these emotions, you become a vibrational match for the kind of relationship you seek. The law of vibration also suggests that your external environment reflects your internal state. If you're looking to create change in a specific area of your life, take a look at the people, places, and things you surround yourself with daily. Do they inspire and support you, or do they inadvertently reinforce negative patterns? Remember, according to the law of vibration, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your company wisely. Surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded people can significantly impact your overall vibration and your ability to manifest your desires. Inner work, embodiment, and aligning yourself with your desired vibration. These are the cornerstones of manifesting your dreams. It's a journey of self-discovery and emotional growth, paved with exploration, self-compassion, and the unwavering belief that you are worthy of the life you desire. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.